Hi there, it's Ben from Memberium. In this video, I want to talk to you for just a couple of moments about a core function of any membership site, and that is how you handle denying people access to content. You see, a lot of times people will be on your membership site and they'll look at something that might be locked, and you might display it locked like this, and when they actually click on this, where are you taking them? So Memberium gives you a couple of options, and one of them is to show them a page such as this, a members only page that gives them an option to purchase or to enroll in this case. And so there's different things you can do, and I want to show you the options right now. So if you come to the WordPress admin dashboard and you come to Memberium settings, you will then navigate up here to the content protection tab, and you have a couple of options which pertain to the prohibited action. That's what Memberium calls this. We call this the default prohibited action, and that is if somebody tries to access something that's protected, what's the default thing that we want to do? And we have a couple of options. The first one is we can redirect the user. We can redirect them to a URL. So in the example I just showed you, somebody tried to access a locked course and they got redirected to this members only URL, and this prompts them to enroll into that course. This won't work for everybody in every site, and we recognize that, which is why we also provide the option to hide completely. This will just make it appear like the page doesn't even exist. So it'll show up the 404 error, page not found. So maybe that works better for you. And we also have the show excerpt only option. The show excerpt only option allows you to display a message that would show up on that page. Now, in the event that you have this set to show excerpt only, then these settings down here will take effect. And you really have three options. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can configure it, but the three options are this. You can have an automatically generated excerpt. This is going to be based on the content. So you will choose a number of words to show the user. It's a preview, a teaser of the content. So you have the auto-generated excerpt, option 1. Option 2 is you have a default excerpt. This is a message that you type. It's the same for all posts, all pages, any content the user doesn't have access to, this message will show up. The message does not change based on the post type. And the last option is that you can combine the two. You can have a default message in addition, to a generated message that's a preview of the content. So that's what I have set up here. It says, looks like you don't have access. Here's a preview. I am using this code right here. This merges in the automatically generated excerpt. And then I also have some standard text here that says, if you'd like to continue, become a premium member. If you're already a member, log in here. So this way they can sign up and they can log in. Now, to cover the settings on how I set this up, if you want generated excerpts, you need to turn on the first option here. So this will be off, and then you'll just simply make that to a yes. And then you'll need to set the auto excerpt length. This is the number of words in which that preview is going to be. So it might be 10, it might be 30, it's whatever you want. So you can change it like so. And then where it says auto include default excerpt, you have a couple options. You can say prepend, that'll put it just at the top. So if you choose the prepend option right here, then the default excerpt, whatever you type down here, is going to be, as it says, prepended. So it'll be before the auto-generated excerpt. If you choose append, then whatever you type down here in this box, the default excerpt box, this will be shown after the generated excerpt. And if you choose embed excerpt, this allows you to use this little code right here, the 2 brackets excerpt and then 2 more brackets. You can place this anywhere in the content, and then the generated excerpt will be replaced here. This is a placeholder right here. So this is certainly a more advanced thing right here. Depending on your use case, you might use this default excerpt, or you might just simply come up here and have a redirect that takes them to a members only page like I just showed you on that other website. So it really boils down to what works best for your specific site. I do want to show you very quickly one other cool feature that we have recently added, and that is this new shortcode called Mem is post type, and it's really designed to be used here in like the default excerpt. There's a couple other places it can be used, but this is a conditional shortcode that will allow you to show a message or show content based on the post type that the user is viewing. So you could have in your default excerpt, in your no access message, if it's a Learn Dash lesson, you could say you don't have access to this lesson, for example. And so right here is an example. If it's a Learn Dash lesson, I would show this message. To gain access to all of our lessons, click here to become a VIP member. And then I could just link that somewhere to my order form for example. So this is just an option, just showing you some of the things that you can do here in the default excerpt. Now, one last thing just to tell you is on all your content, this works on anything you can protect with Memberium. So I've protected, this post right here with a membership level. And right here it says when prohibited. This right here is set to the default excerpt. I just set this to the default excerpt or the site default. So if I changed my site default to, redirect, then this would be redirect. Right now it's set to excerpt because I have not saved the page over there. However, at any moment, I can override this. I can say show excerpt only. I can make it go to redirect, and then I can actually type in a URL. And this can be any URL. It could be an external URL from your site. It could be to an order form. This can go anywhere. So, normally you would take them to a sales page or, a page like this that's telling them that they don't have access to that section. So with this being said, I know there's a lot of options, but I just wanted to show you that Memberium gives you that flexibility. If you want something super easy to set up, then what you're going to want to do is use the Memberium page templates. And this is one of our page templates right here. It's super basic, and you just come in here and edit this, add your logo, customize the message to your site, and then make the button go to wherever they your sign up page, your order form, sales page, whatever, however your site works, this is where you're going to link it to. And then this will be your links, for example, members only. So then on your content, you would either choose redirect right here, or you could leave it to the site default and set the site default to members only. So that's a super simple way to do things. If you want the more advanced way, I've explained that. And if you have any questions, look at the documentation below this video and on our website. And if you're still stuck, always feel free to contact our support team by going to memberium.com/support. Hopefully you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one.